Greetings, clobberers. Welcome once again to Clobby'S Comics Corner Spinner Rack Time Machines, February 1972. This is week 3. This is the quick bits where we just kind of, in my previous video of the yesterday, which you can find in my playlist in my description below here. I talked about the comics that if I'd gone back in time and attended Clobby'S Comics Corner, would have put on my folder list, and I showed you the comics that I would have picked. And today I'll just show you a little bit of a taste of the ones that did not make the cut. That's what the quick bits are for. So before I start that, just a little bit of look at the ones I picked up in week 3. I got Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 148. Amazing Adventures featuring the Beast number 12 with the Gray Beast, though that's rare times there indeed. Conan the Barbarian number 15, with Elric. So crazy stuff. Michael Moorcock helping doing the writing on that one. Classic stuff. Barry Smith before the Windsor, great art. The Hard Traveling Heroes, Green Lantern, Green Arrow number 89. This is a classic in a classic run. And that was one I picked up because who wouldn't? O'Neill and Adams be praised on that. Rawhide number 99. Some Western reprints there for you. A Western series starting out, a very different type of a comic. And Red Wolf number 1. Love that. Gil Kane cover. Ringo Kid number 14. Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane. Superman's pals and girlfriends were busy this week. That would be number 121. Superboy 184 with a Legion story in there. And of course, Gold Key Star Trek comic number 14. And now we're on to the quick bits. And that's when we just show you just a little bit of a rundown of just for a couple of minutes, couple of seconds, of the ones that did not make the cut. And just to give you just an example of, look what that thriving comic industry was like. And look how, I hate to use the word that's been kind of ruined these days, but diverse. Or look what kind of variety was out there, as you can see. So in week 3, let me get down there. And week 3, we had Walt Disney's Comics Digest. We had Young Love by DC Comics. We had Baby Snoots Boris Karloff and Tales from the Beyond by DC. Again, Gold Key, Charlton. Yeah, it was just incredible stuff. Actually, okay. Yeah, I went too far. I didn't go. I started at a different spot. That we already did those from last week, but we did get a OG Wiz from Gold Key. Yes, OG Wiz, Porky Pig, Heartthrobs from DC Comics. Heartthrobs number 140 to be precise. My Love from Marvel. Again, for those who don't know, as I've been showing you, a lot of these monster reprints, and a lot of these Western reprints. A lot of these war comics, some new, some reprints, a smattering of here and there. Well, all of them, many of them that were reprints that were reusing older material from 10, 15 or more years ago, because it was easier just to do that rather than hire somebody to make new comics. Same deal with these Love comics, both Marvel and DC and other companies there were a lot of, the romance genre was big many years previous. And Marvel and DC were trying to fill the stands and racks up any way they could back then when these were coming out. Well, a lot of these were reprints. I'm not saying all were, but a lot of them were. These Love comics, Marvel, DC, they were filling that rack up with Marvel and DC comics to kind of push those other ones off. Were Monsters 12. Girls Love Stories by DC. Unexpected. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories, The Roadrunner. And Ripley's Believe It or Not from Gold Key. So that's just a few of the ones that obviously no one buys everything on number one puts everything on their folder. I do not have any disrespect for any of these genres. I just had to be honest. The comics that were on my list fall in line with my sensibilities as of a comic book fan about what it would have been 50 years ago. And yes, I was buying comics. I'm that old. And which a little bit of influenced a little bit by what they would be now. So yeah, I can't lie to you there. So there's some influence from the old version of me now. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being here and checking out this video. And I hope you've seen my others. If not, please take a look at them. There is, again, in my description below, not only the link to many other wonderful channels that I'm friends with that have been great YouTubers, but also some links to some playlists on my channel, and also to this wonderful Mike's Amazing World blog that I get my info on, which is really fun. You ought to check that out if you're a comic books fan, especially if you're a fan of comics history. And please like and subscribe to the channel, and or like this video and subscribe to the channel if you would, and check out my streams Monday night Mark C Comics Talk, when I talk about, well, comics, of course. Wednesday nights and Thursday nights, I do a wild card show on Wednesday nights. Anything can happen. Clobby'S Clubhouse on Thursday nights, which a lot more can happen. And Saturday night Star Trek, of course, where we're reviewing all of real Star Trek on there, and have a great interactive show that you might enjoy if you are a Star Trek fan. So I thank you so much for being here with me for this video. And since this video is, and the one previous to it, were late, expect the follow-up for week 4 for Clobby'S Comics Corner's Better Act Time Machine, February 1972, to follow really soon. Until then, thank you, and clobber on, clobberers. And thank you, Warren Briggs, for this intro outro. I love you.